Hello and welcome to a very different video. We'll be taking you through some gameplay and critiquing it. My name is obviously Brice, played competitive for a while and always had the fun of judging other people. But joining me here, a very well experienced player and legend to the scene himself, Madcat or Dylan. Dylan, how are you?
I'm good yourself. Just come to watch Brice play COD.
This,
It's been a while.
yeah, this is the issue.
We'll see if you've improved since years ago.
This is my gameplay.
Yeah.
Terribly nervous about this because I think I've always struggled with in-game decisions. Like outside of the game, I can tell you the theory of what you should be doing, and I've always been in the mind where I try to put myself in a player's mindset and go through. Unfortunately, I am nowhere near as good as any of the pros, and I'm quite happy to admit that. So what Madcat is going to do is go through my gameplay and kind of explain what he's seeing from what I'm doing and what I'm probably doing wrong and the mistakes I'm making. This is from a game battles game as well, so it's not just like a public game. Madcat, we're starting off with Moscow Hardpoint.
Okay.
And I'll be running a sub for this one, mainly because I I do like running a sub. So hopefully, you don't rip me too hard for it. But I hope people can learn from this, and we'll see where this series goes in the end. I just think it's super exciting to be able to look at it through somebody else's eyes and hopefully not get laughed at too much. But without further ado, let's kind of jump into it and see exactly how it is actually going to go down. Oh, I'm
Into
nervous.
this. Outside. See how you work it.
Yeah,
Someone's not playing after rip, bro. Instant end. You rocking the gun.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, you are.
yeah. And this is another thing we should mention because it's a GB. I don't think all the GAs are completely here. I think that you already see AKs coming into the game. So
I
like,
think the AK is back now.
honestly, I can't keep up with it. It's crazy. This
Gotta
is
be checking that corner there, bro.
Yeah, I think this is one. I think one of the issues I have, or at least that I know, is I'm probably way too aggressive because I feel like it's really easy to be slow on this game.
Yeah. Well, you've got a smoke on. Need to be popping this as well a bit more.
Well, see,
On the tail, make it a bit more mixier because you're rocking the gung ho, so you should have the advantage on the slides and everyone. If you pop that smoke, you should be more of an advantage.
so get that smoke out early. What, this side of the hill or bottom eskies or something?
Dash it wherever you want, bro. These days. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, see, that was a disgusting.
You pop that smoke and you just use it now.
Yeah, so I like throwing that smoke there because it gives me the opportunity to get to these steps, and I feel like with an SMG I can get to them. And then I feel like
Boris, your shot's quite good here.
I'm not the worst. I mean, it'll get
No,
windy at points.
I've seen worse shots from some competitive players. Oh, snap! You look like you're a bit all over the place though sometimes.
Yeah, see, this is one of the issues I have. I've been told before that I don't because I basically don't stop moving, especially when I'm playing an SMG, and I feel like that's just because I feel like some other people just don't get pressure on. And one of the things I always try to get on is a lot of pressure. So like, it's interesting for me to kind of watch this back and see what decisions I'm making and why. Because especially on Moscow Hardpoint, like some of the rotations are massive, and I feel like you got such a disadvantage with the sub sometimes.
Oh, I didn't think that guy needed to be pushed up that far, and he's just you're gonna spawn out. He shouldn't spawn out. He's fine. If that was a bit earlier, that guy would have been costed a big rotation there.
Dying eskies.
No, he pushed out the front of the hill and died, and then you died by the guy front as well.
Yeah, it would cost a
Whether
spawn
you look,
slightly.
yeah, I mean, you lost the spawns here now, but
I
yeah,
attempt
you
to get
hold
them
it.
back. I attempt to get them back. I fail.
I mean, I don't think you can ever really get them back at this point. You kind of just have to hold the tight angles in the hill.
The other issue
Sure.
I think with this gameplay is obviously because it's a GB and a lot of people running Gearhead, like it really cuts down smokes, and that's probably why I don't throw them as much.
Yeah. I mean, one thing about that hill, for future reference, is that where we just play the tight angles when they're spawning the back, because like they are kind of decent. Like say on control, when you get that point now, because the clock runs so fast nowadays than it used to, people are holding that hill a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, bros.
So this is like
You're actually cracked.
this is the problem. Like I feel like there are points where I should probably like slow down or something. Like I throw this smoke here, front of hill, because I'm worried about trophies deeper in hill, if that makes sense. Like that fucking one.
Yeah, at this point you kind of got no help on the hill. There's nothing you could do probably about that.
Do you think I should have gone a different route?
No, not really. Like in the end, what would have probably happened? I don't think you would have made that many kills at the back, and then would have probably howled. You would have just gave him split spawns, and probably made it even more harder for you. You should have an AR watching over you on the street there.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things. Like I always throw myself at the hill essentially, and I feel like that at some points costs me, and I don't know how bad it cost the team as well.
I mean, if you're playing with like GBs, to say with like people who don't really play comp, I guess like that's not the real Swanny, but Swan.
Yeah.
Like people like Swan, like they're not really competitive players, so they probably won't be the best of like ARs. So like probably in this point, you're probably a lot more skilled than them, so you're probably just running at people trying to do the best you can for the team.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, that point there, where I look back at team, I remember very distinctly getting a call for the double doors, but apparently they meant something else. I feel like that's an issue. But this is like so fucking difficult sometimes to this hill especially. I always feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh yeah, probably at this point you should play for time. Yeah, if you can get pushed out, you can get pushed out.
What
I
going
feel like
from
you're so far ahead of your team here for some reason.
like being aggressive? Like that's again, like I'm saying, like I'm just scared.
I
I'm
don't
always
think this
being
is
too
your
aggressive.
problem at the moment, from what I'm seeing.
I fucking lost that gunfight. I thought I had it for a
You
second.
did.
I feel like the rotation P1 to P2 gets wrong so often. I feel like you have to go so early, and it's so easy
Yeah.
to flip out.
Yeah, because you kind of want them to. You want to give them street and the Hesky spawns, and then hopefully they block them themselves, so you just keep spawning at the back. On the rotation, then when the hill pops, you spawn at the back regardless.
Yeah, I mean we managed to
Yeah,
wrestle that one away.
Yeah, someone stay at the back. Good hold in the back there, made the vote kills.
I have no idea where he came from, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
literally no idea.
Yeah.
That was so lucky. Such bullshit.
You're frying though. I had it to you. You're frying in this game here. Trophy's nice. Ooh.
Oh yeah, we got fucking smoked there and lost it.
What we could do is sit in the corners a bit more on the hills. Just because you've got so many ARs in your team. Sit in the corner when you get in the hills. Watch over you.
Yeah, again, like I said, you know, like hindsight, I very rarely stop sprinting.
But them two should spawn out there. You've done the well. You gave up the hill. Just let them spawn there. Help your team in the rotation.
Yeah.
You need to kill the last person. Is one person now?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah, full rotation.
No,
Everyone get your cuts.
I don't know where to ever sit on this hill, by the way, because I end up sitting on this
You probably shouldn't be in this hill. Watch front. Like, even though the head is that good, like I can easily whip an AR off that header if I just come around and get the first bullet. You probably aren't like the best person to have the front of the hill. You probably should be like holding the L.
Yeah.
L push through mid. Just get an AR. There's post up on the header and just gun down anyone that comes front. Then you can help close with the sub if needed as well.
Yeah, I see that. Again, it's one of these things. Like I always find myself like glued to the hill. In this gameplay especially, like, you just see me. I get shit on so badly. Remember that as well.
What sense have you got there, bro?
I think I run 5.5. But it just windied, just fully windied with that one.
Now, do you know what that is as well? I had it yesterday in a wager. When people mantle up through windows, you don't get no auto aim on them, and dodge it reg as well.
I did not.
Yeah,
check
that's a
that
common spot for future reference.
Yeah, I didn't check.
I was just through your nade at the door, see if there was someone there.
Yeah, okay, I've never really done that before. This
You actually are cracked.
Yeah, again, like that was one of the ones where like, should I have played that slower? But just like I said, I feel like I always hit the sprint button too much, and just constantly sprinting.
I don't know if it's just me watching, but I feel like you're the only one trying to get rid of these trophies.
I mean, there's a lot on there. I'm always getting rid of the trophy. Cause I think, and again, that's one of the things. Like, because I run a smoke, I'm always aware of trophies. Because I get called out in games like, "Oh, where's the smoke?" So
You reckon you could probably get rid of Gunko and put on engineer? And set like a map like this where you kind of at a high disadvantage with the sub. Probably put engineer and probably run a engineer so you can actually get more smokes down to help you as individual. Like, it's more Even though it's like help as a team, it's kind of like selfish in a way because
Yeah,
you're getting rid of them trophies, but not only for the team, but mainly for you to get that smoke off.
yeah. I got fucking I missed that one. I should have really had it. Yeah, I think that may be something I try in future, just because one of the things I end up doing is I try, as you can probably tell, is just try to break open a way to that hill with pressure, so they don't get the ability to just sit there all the time.
Yeah,
Like here, I want to push, and I probably should have pushed earlier, but we end up
yeah, I should have pushed that.
holding it for time. Yeah, and I think I get the time here, but it's a massive disadvantage because I don't push out to P2, and we end up losing P2 time.
Yeah, because these guys have stayed at the back and then they pinched you from the Heskey spawn because your team's spawning street. I mean, as long as you go and everyone's died.
Yeah, they had a trophy here. This
So you
fucked me
kind of have to
over.
wait for your team, but your ARs are going front instead of mid. This would have been decent, like pre-patch, but
What?
post-patch probably not that great
How do you
because you
break
can't really.
P2 on this? Like, what is the best way to break P2?
Well, pre-patch it used to be just you could just do what you want because that smoke goes off regardless. You just smoke down wherever you want and just run through it. But now things have changed, so you kind of have to be more structured and cautious when you're playing P1 to P2. So originally your team was around P1 and street.
Yeah,
Everyone kind of had to play their lives and wait for each other, and kind of like Jano said it perfectly the other day. He worded it as you need to unlock parts of the map. And I've always thought of it like that, but the word unlock makes so much more sense to someone that probably ain't got a high COD IQ, I guess.
yeah,
Like you have to go unlock parts of the map on certain rotation, especially a map like this where it's a bigger map. So for me personally, I'd go get the is it the B bomb room, the side with door.
yeah,
Because if you're coming through mid and you haven't got that room, the guy can just peek out and just team shoot you. Go unlock that. Someone probably go around the street, grab that. You could even people play through mid to be honest with the smoke as well. As long as you got that B bomb room, you could just smoke out so they can't see you from the top heady, and then you can play close to the wall and then play the hill. As long as you got that B bomb, that guy could peek out the room. You can get different angles on the room,
yeah,
and the guy top window's sort of stressed out, sort of thing, where he either has to stay up there and be useless or get out, and that's where you got the street peeks him and kills him.
yeah.
You can play it that way, or you could all go around the back. Use that.
Yeah, I think I made a big mistake there. Like where I was on the hill, I should have left that hill way before. Like because we had a guy, two guys sitting on headies, and I'm front of the hill. I could have probably gone L and watched the L and mid cut. Unfortunately, kind of ended up paying out for me. But yeah, like it's weird to watch this back and just see like just dumb things I do in game that I know are not right.
Like on this hill, as a sub, I prefer the subs to go hold the window room here to your left in the
Yeah,
window.
yeah,
Like, because all you're gonna really do is sit in the hill, but you can't even really even peek up. So I prefer an AR to even just get in this hill because at least he can challenge, and he's got two ARs that behind him that can challenge. But that window room's so big on this hill. I always like having a sub in that window room just so they can't really pinch or go for that window and kill the guy on the hill.
yeah. I end up playing bus here, and I don't push this guy's statue, and I don't know whether that was the right call because
No, you're doing good. Are you finessing them, saving time for everyone?
yeah,
You're literally having their way. You're literally having a field day with them.
yeah. I just try to just
Got
keep
your team to
alive.
scrap and while having a field day with them. Perfect, but I wish you go here because your teammates in the hill.
Fucking
Oh,
just
trophy.
trophies. Yeah, that was
Big entry.
yeah. But we end up just
Yeah,
losing everything.
it's a tight one that one to trade that in that door.
That's why we needed the smoke again. Like
Yeah.
it's one of the things. The reasons Gearhead's not in the game, right? As you can tell by this one. Again, another
Wait, what
smoke.
happened to the smoke?
I honestly don't know. I actually don't know what happened there because I ended up dying after it went down. But somehow it went down.
Oh, can they contest?
We can. Funny enough, Joe picks up a 4-piece here to get it.
Oh, you should hold this, bro. There's no way you should be big time, man. They pop the trophy.
Yeah,
Oh, the no water aim.
yeah. Smoke
Gonna go
absolutely
big
ruined
here.
me. We
At this
do.
point,
We
no rotation. Just get in the hill. Testing it.
unfortunately
Oh my god.
we lose by
What?
contest. Yeah, we lose by contest.
Oh, the clock. I didn't even realize. Oh my god. Clock.
Uh, By the way, I'll show you that. I'll show you this. I'll show you the best player of the game because this was, I believe, it's the
The
4-piece that got us in that
clock,
position.
bro.
Yeah. How many games do you see go to a clock? By the way, this is the
don't think any
entire
on this
reason
game.
we ended up getting in here and not losing it earlier on.
Ooh.
Are you just gonna hold on to that?
Ooh,
Yeah.
nasty.
It is. But I'll bring that.
I think like overall, like overall analysis of the gameplay.
Yeah.
I think you're crazy crap for something on your rage, bro. Crazy crap.
I've never felt so good and so bad in one sentence in my life.
You make 5-5 look 7-7, I must say. Could do with probably sitting in more corners, playing a bit more newbie, I guess.
Yeah.
But considering that ain't really your team, you don't play as a team, just friends playing COD.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. Probably could do with you playing that P3 out the hill. I saw you in the hill quite a bit on that hill. I
Yeah.
think you should probably sit more on the outside of that than the hill. I think it's just your positioning. I think your gameplay is spot on, in my opinion. I think you're better than what you probably should be, in my eyes. I just think some position on the hills.
Yeah.
I feel like just position on hills you could do a lot more better. Just being in certain positions that probably help your team more.
Yeah. Do you think that's like? Do you think like because I'm so aggressive, I either die too early, or I'm like just pulling maybe members of the team out of position that don't need to be. Especially when I'm in like the hill we spoke about P3. I'm never comfortable on that hill.
It depends because you're in a situation where you're not really a full proper team, so I think you're all pulling each other out of position because you haven't really got a game plan and you don't really have a structure to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think like when you're playing with like pickups and whatnot, everyone really does get drawn out of position sometimes. That's no one's fault. That's just different play styles coming together as like there's 4 different ways of playing in one. I think but it's just like
That's fair.
it's just knowing your role a bit more in this game. That's one thing on this game, knowing your role a bit more and knowing where you need to be.
Yeah, I can see that. So the biggest takeaways for you then from this gameplay.
These takeaways, I'd like to have comms. Just see
Yeah.
what the comms are like.
I can get one of those. I'll tell them next time that I'm recording comms, just in case.
Honestly, probably just think a little bit more rather than moving your left stick.
Yeah.
Just think before you move sometimes. Because like sometimes you're on a hill and you're just fine sat in the corner. Like probably doing better job sat in the corner than you would just running around like it's got ADHD and you're just sprinting around, which you probably do.
Yeah, I think because I think I've been told that before, and I'll be honest with you, I just have such a mental struggle of staying still when I'm playing an SMG, even to the point where I'm not allowed to play AR anymore because I run it like an SMG, and it's just bad. Like it's just not what you're supposed to do, and I know it's not what you're supposed to do, but I feel like if I'm not doing something, I'm doing nothing. If that makes sense.
No, I think like the first thing you need from COD is a shot. I mean, it's got less and less over the years purely because I think aim assist is overpowered.
Yeah.
I think you've got the shot to where it needs to be. You're playing GBs. You've probably got one of the best shots as a sub in all movement in probably the GB ladder up there from what I've seen. I don't think that's an issue. I think the issues are making sure you put in a position and maybe take a leadership role because the way I'm seeing is like you can go out and get the kills, but you just put your ARs in the position where you want them to be, or them putting you in a position. But maybe that just comes with me being a pro for so long, is that you kind of like work together too much. Whereas when you're just playing GBs and pickups, you don't really want to. Not really about working together. Everyone's having fun shooting their guns.
Yeah.
But if you was to play in a team, I think you'd be a lot better than what that gameplay would be as well, because you'd be better in putting better positions and you'd know the game a bit more.
Yeah.
Where you'd be picking up a lot more kills and more important kills.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting. Obviously, it's a pickup game. Like, there is about 8, 9 people I play with, so it really changes the composition of the team basically every time I play. I think one of the things, obviously, we didn't get to cover this is my comms. I have been criticised before for not being as calm. Admittedly, some of those times it is 2 a.m. in the morning, and I don't want to wake people up by spitting, at full volume, and it is a GB. Just like
No, you're for real.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, it's a GB at 2 a.m. in the morning. No, I'm not going to be screaming my lungs out. You'll get basic call outs and stuff.
I was surprised though.
Um,
When you said you're doing the sub, I was like, this might be one of the most stiffest gameplays I've seen in my time. You was hitting the slide. You was hitting the slide cancel. I was taken back by that. Crazy.
all right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining that, and I hope people have kind of learnt at least a little bit and have enjoyed that. And hopefully they want us to either do more, or we can get gameplay submitted, or anything like that. Because I think that was actually quite fun to watch with somebody who knows what they're talking
people,
about.
if you've got a gameplay and you want us to review it, we'll review it. I think Brice might be a pro player by the end of the season, so he might be doing this without me. So.
Awesome. All right. Thank you very much, Dylan, and I appreciate you giving me your time, man. Thank you so much. All right. We will see you all next time for this, and I hope you've enjoyed it.